last game before the streaming madness happens. Just a hot second, I'll pull up the deck lists. It is Rigos versus Zorzo. They've already started because we're coming kind of close to the cutoff for the games to get in. But I want to be able to have something to reference. And if Google Sheets could load a little faster, I could get there. And of course now I've scrolled too far. There is Crane Unicorn and that anymore. And of course the snippet. So we have Crab Splash Crane versus Unicorn Splash Crane. Okay. Both dueling decks. We see Gaijin Customs for straight and out of the uni, plus movement on favorite mount, and over here I expect we'll see some reprieves and common causes. Common cause, subterranean guile, reprieve. Okay. So similar style decks-ish. Like I said, they are already underway. So we see a Diplomat, flip up a Shameful and a Shameful. Zorzo's going to Suma with the Challenger. I think Rigos probably defends with the Veteran. It is political, so it's not going to be as big after the duel. But Rigos fired off the duel from the Key to Dojo, so the question is, does he bid to bow the Challenger? Or, actually, hang on, I always forget this duel. Both bid 3, kinda in each other's heads. Couldn't trigger its abilities. So both are honored, Challenger's a little bigger, probably going to pull in the Diplomat, and then fire off an RTO. Favorable ground on Rigos' side will probably eject the Veteran if that happens, unless he wants to keep Suma up and running. We do see Challenger pulling Diplomat. There's a Fine Katana. There is a, what's that, Proving Ground? Has a Proving Ground. Okay. So, Fine Katana comes down on the Veterans. Guessing a Duelist training. So this is to bow out the Diplomat. And Zorzo still has a oh no, that was to protect it from being bowed out by the Challenger on the duel. There's another Fine Katana, so if a Duelist training comes down, Challenger is going to get turned sideways. It's morning where I am. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. What do we got? There's a Duelist training, so that Challenger is probably going to get bowed or eject out. And now we're going to see the favorable ground eject the Veterans. And does Zorzo have any conflict characters here? None that are worth playing into this conflict. I don't think you drop a political rival in here just to get an Earth Ring. So I expect we'll see a military water. It feels pretty good. Straight, hang on, I've got that. Okay, there we go. Kikita Dojo is highlighted. Military water straightens a Diplomat. which then kind of guarantees either favors a push or you claim favor. You do have a bunch invested in that veterans now, so... Oh, we see Zorzo drop a treasured gift, so nothing is happening now. The absolute downside to that is that Zorzo's going to have a hard time attacking now, because that is a monstrous Veterans of Toshirambo. 12-7, Jesus Christ. And it's only going to get bigger as more diplomats show up to the party. Rigos will get favor here. I didn't see if they were on censures. Zorzo is not, and neither is Rigos. So the favor's not going to be super critical this game, I don't think. There's another diplomat, so that veterans is going to be a huger problem to attack into now. What are we going to see? Weight of duty and magistrate station. So Seeker Void, so I'm guessing what do we got under Zorzo's box here since he's not on magistrate station? Honors reward. Okay. Covert is a good way around that monster tower, except it appears there's a favorable ground showing. So I don't see Zorzo winning many offensive conflicts here. And it looks like Suma and City of the Rich Frog are the places to go for a while now. So we see military fire. There might be an interesting little mini game here of who can turn on their voices. So those are 2 Kakita dojos still on the City of the Rich Frog. I expect those are going to stay there for quite some time. Pull up Discord so I'm not missing anything that might be pertinent. Okay. Zorzo having a thing here. Does not defend and place assassination. His voices are turned on. That's a thing that just happened. Is Rigos on any conflict characters? No. He does have Magistrate Station up though, so if he's got any kind of movement into the conflict, the veterans can crunch it and then stand back up. I don't think you burn the favorable ground, because you need that to protect your Magistrate Station from covert goodness. I assume that's the Twitch notification. I don't know why Twitch tells me that I've gone live. Seems like a thing that I should be inherently aware of. After this game, I'm going to be streaming the Zarzucket Keikuri match. I think, let's see who else has what games. as a reminder about clocks. Okay, that's kind of neat. Subterranean Goblin Challenger gives it covert. So 2 coverts is good. Rigos has to decide which one to deal with. So let's see. Yeah, I'm doing the Zorzo Keikori match. Panos is going to do Pintor Nakazuma, and J-Mart is planning to do Mosey and Via Briga. Okay, we see the covert conflict at the magistrate station. There's a favorable ground. Magistrate station will stand to veterans, but he's going to need some other movement to get in there to stop the master of the court from breaking it. There's a pass, because you really can't do anything about the monster you helped create. The upside here is Rigos needs to have movement, otherwise Magistrate Station goes down, and that actually ends up being fairly significant here. Rigos fires a Wolf with Crane off, so digging for another favorable ground would be my guess. We've already seen 2. There's the voice, because that is still turned on. There's a Defender Honor, so that wealth is going to go through unless there's another voice. There's another Veterans, which turns out is a really good tower platform, and going on Suma is pretty good since, you know, he's 7-5. There's Kikita Dojo, Imperial Storehouse, and a Kaizen. I expect we'll see the Storehouse popped. Probably looking for that favorite mount. Let me check with, no, hang on, there's a thing. Okay. So, Magistrate Station stands as veterans, can't attack. So now it's the question of, did he get another movement effect? If not, I think we're going to see the game definitely start sliding away from Rigos. Losing Magistrate Station is kind of a big deal. There's a Void, which will kill the tower. And do we have the favored mount? Is there any other movement effects that could save him? I say save him, he's not in danger of dying, but favored mount, that's more stand, that's more peak. Yep, no, it is just favored mount. Talisman is good. Goes over to City, that's less important. Saving Magistrate Station is pretty big. I do think moving over to Shameful or over to City was a bit risky. Zorzo could have popped the Doji Whisperer to dishonor and bow the veterans and steal favor. Oh no, favor would have been a push. So not a whole lot of utility to doing that. Never mind, math is hard. Counting is hard, it's not really math. So we see Cunning, Dojo, two Kaizens, a Cunning, a Dojo, a Doji Whisperer, a Dojo, and other veterans on Rigos' side. Zorzo happy to keep the double dojos on City and sees Netsu Challenger in Seasons. Much dough, very Joe. Such Kakita. I mean, I guess this is what happens when you have two dueling decks, is things are going to look very similar. Talisman might keep Magistrate Station up again. Okay. Have we figured out what that card does yet? I assume it's going to be some kind of dual effect. And I would assume, based on the arrogant name in the title, it would possibly have a downside to it. Zorzo plays a Wealth of the Crane. I think he is in a really good spot. Proving grounds on City, so that is now City of the Dueling Frog. Favorable grounds. And then cards that don't really matter for this turn. Whisper and Narishma. Is there... Okay, this must have been drawn, because otherwise I think this would have been played in the Dynasty phase. So there's the water conflict, coverting the tower. Tower's going to move it over to Shameful. I think Zorzo needs to also go in with the Diplomat, because if it gets moved to Shameful, which seems the most likely, Weight of Duty can actually bow the veterans anyway. And yeah, there's Gaijin Customs and shit like that, but it still burns uses, right? I think this might be an instance of forgetting Weight of Duty can be used offensively as well. There's favored mounts, so that's good. Zorzo's firing off the Kakita Dojo. Rigos bids to win. That's spicy. And pulls in the veterans of Toshu, or he moves in the veterans. That feels weird. There's no proving grounds in play. I don't know why you would do that. It was a well. Why would you move in the veterans? Oh no! Disconnected. Oh, I got kicked, and now I'm back. Okay. Looks like Zorzo's back. And yeah, okay. This feels like all kinds of weird. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, everyone's back. Things are happening. Things I don't understand are happening. Why would you burn Talisman now? What is here? I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I don't know why you move into Veterans. I don't know why you trigger Talisman. I don't know why you go over to Shameful. Oh, okay. There we go. That makes more sense. That was a misclick. Okay. Everything is right in the world. Zorzo asking if they want to roll it back. I was wondering if there was some like 3 billion IQ play that I was missing. Talisman looks like it's going to get rolled back. I mean, yeah, they can do that, but you can just as easily say, okay, we're going to move the conflict over here and mangle it that way. Okay. I still don't know why you pulled in the veterans um, with the favorable mount. So maybe there's a, you know, a 3000 IQ play I'm missing. Rigos walks at Suma. That is now the safest place to go. Zorzo defensive with Bonsai. Rigos' voice is still turned off. That can't really feel that good. There's that stunning core gameplay of Bonsai into Bonsai. Way of the Crane honors the challenger. That's a bad defender honor. That is super bad because it's just going to get honored anyway off of that. I do think that Way of the Crane was bad to begin with because you were still losing, and I would rather have saved that for a Masters of the Court to turn on a cancel. But that Way of the Crane really did nothing. Or that Defend Your Honor super did nothing. That's definitely a misplay. Honor's Reward to make the challenger bigger. I guess that's why I wanted to honor him. We see the Kaizen dual fire, so he's going to eject. But he's just going to get coverted by the Master of the Court, so Shameful is likely to break, because that's where Rigos said they would Talisman over to. Yeah, that Defender Honor was not good. the way of the crane line I see now, but they have honors reward face up, but that defend your honor was not at all the thing to do there. You burned to cancel, you didn't need to. There's a big push. I'm expecting fire for money. Covert goes to Suma. Nope. Decides to go to Magistrate. That'll get moved over to Shameful. Hopefully they can manual that correctly. Man, I'm just hung up on that Defender honor. Okay, there's the Talisman. And now they're going to walk through the manual means. Moves to Suma instead of Shameful. Zorzo appears just as confused as I am. Oh, because, no, actually, that's a mistake. Shameful's a better place to go. Because weight of duty, well, I guess it can dishonor the veterans, but this is Zorzo's last conflict. So I don't see a whole lot of point in doing that. And Kaizen can't get hit because it requires a unique 2 sack to weight of duty. Okay, so Rigos passes. Zorzo passes. Suma breaks. Man. I guess saving Shameful for next turn is better. Ish. Zorzo drops a treasured gift on Kaizen. So he ain't doing squat. Firing on Kaizen is going to mean that Zorzo's going to keep his voices online next turn. It definitely feels like Zorzo's in a firm command of this game. Favor stays put. Talisman is gone, and Zorzo has 2 covert characters, so I'm pretty sure Magistrate Station is going to go this turn. Not a super great flip for Rigos. I think you have to lean hard into the Cunning Negotiator, which they do. There's a Nourishment with 1, so that'll flip Suma and hopefully get a better body. Gets another Nourishment. That's not the best, but what you gonna do? There's a Diplomat, can't trigger its ability, no one cares. And a Whisperer for 1, that is a mighty white board. Rigos is on the play, but doesn't have, like, Suma is the only place they can really go, but they'll have a hard time winning there because Zorzo has a bunch of honored people and a face-up honors reward. It's not great, because that means the Cunning Negotiator is going to be pretty blank. The Tea House is basically blank. Proving Grounds, not terrible, but both players have plenty of cards. I assume the Water Ring is to try and shut down the Covert on the Challenger. There's a Defend the Doji Challenger. First action is probably going to be Honor's Reward, and that that should lock everything down. Or do that. Okay, Kakita Dojo Duel. That's actually better. Negotiator gets honored off the dojo. Proving Ground will draw a card for Zorzo. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see the Challenger pull in the Whisperer now, and then Dojo Duel that as well. And I think that will be the end of it, right? I know, Challenger can only harpoon on attacks. Yep. I realized how wrong I was as soon as I said it, but thank you for a correction. Right? Challenger would be nuts on if it could do it on defense as well. So now we're going to see a run at Magistrate Station. Rigos concedes. Yeah, I think that is the correct thing to do there. Those treasured gifts definitely put in a bunch of work, especially combined with Covert. I think Zorzo basically took hold of that game very early on and just did not let go. A 3-cost 3/3/2 glory if it harpoons on attack or defense. That's also a duelist that can do all the crappy dueling things Crane can do. Yeah, no, that's pretty nuts. Anyways, that's where we are. We've got about 20 minutes before. Yeah, well, yeah. Again, that's the theme of recent cycles. It's yellow, so it's okay. I guess the upside is it doesn't have dojo duels to honor easy. It just instead has prepare for war, because that's a great card for. It's okay because it's yellow. It's fine. Anyways, I'm going to take a quick break, clean off my desk because it actually looks like a wasteland of soda cans and beer bottles. I'll be doing the Zarzucket Keikori game in 20 minutes. I think all the other games are covered. Oscar said he's going to be. Yes. This is, in fact, a Kuni Wasteland. But yeah, all the games should be covered. I'll be streaming up until the end or until I'm no longer needed. Either or. So hopefully you guys stick around. We've got voice channels set up on the Invitational Discord. So if you want to bullshit over voice, that works. If you want to hop in on a voice call and help co-cast, if you've been eliminated or aren't competing today, more than happy to have you guys on. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.